After judges like Deborah and Gideon led God's people, a king named Saul ruled in Israel. It was a time where being the biggest made you the best. We find a small shepherd boy named David watching his sheep.
Hey, who are you calling small?
Well, you aren't very big, and you need to watch your sheep.
Whoa!
David, behind you.
See ya! Lord, thank you for protecting me as I protect these sheep for my family. I will sing your praises forever and ever.
It was easy for people to overlook David because they valued impressive armor, heavy swords, and tall, towering people.
Wow, I really am impressive.
King Saul was a head taller than anyone else in Israel. But even though everyone else looked up to him, God was not impressed with Saul's height or possessions. God cares about the heart. And God rejected Saul as king because Saul didn't do what God said.
King Saul, we've got trouble. The Philistines are gathering to attack us. We need to call the army and protect the Israelites.
Let's do this.
The Philistine and Israelite armies lined up on the opposite sides in the valley of Elah. Saul thought he was ready for battle, but then a massive warrior named Goliath stepped out from the Philistine camp. Goliath was over 9 feet tall. He wore impressive armor and carried threatening weapons.
Ah!
Goliath bellowed out a challenge to the Israelites. Who will fight me? Choose a man. If he defeats me, we will serve you. But if I win, you will be our slaves. The Israelites shook with fear, even Saul. Ah! For 40 long days, Goliath bullied Israel's army. Yet no one stepped up to answer the challenge and fight the mighty warrior. It was about this time that David's dad asked him to take some supplies to his 3 brothers who were in the army. While David was there, Goliath yelled out the challenge. I dare you to fight me!
What's the reward for defeating Goliath? You can't be serious. King Saul, I'll defeat Goliath.
You're too little and young. Goliath is a powerful soldier who's been training since he was a kid. There's no way.
The Lord saved me from the paw of the lion. He saved me from the paw of the bear. And he'll save me from the powerful hand of this Philistine too.
Saul could see that David was serious. So he allowed the young, small David to represent Israel and fight Goliath.
First thing, let's get you dressed for battle. Here, you can take my armor. My armor has helped me in many battles. And you can take my sword.
Oh, I can't really use this stuff. It doesn't fit me, and I'm not used to it. Besides, I'm not trusting in armor to save me. I'm trusting in God.
David gave the armor and sword back to Saul. Instead, he grabbed his staff, shepherd's bag, and sling. Then he went to a stream and found 5 smooth stones. David confidently walked out to meet Goliath. Goliath saw David and hated the young shepherd. I'll feed you to the birds and beasts, he growled. But David replied,
You are going to fight against me with a sword, a spear, and a javelin. But I am coming against you in the name of the Lord, who rules over all. He is the God of the armies of Israel. He is the one you have dared to fight against.
David ran toward Goliath, took a stone, put it in his simple sling, and flung it at Goliath. Thunk! The stone struck Goliath in the forehead, and the towering warrior fell down dead. David didn't need a sword or armor. He knew that the battle and the victory belonged to the Lord. Goliath's size and weapons didn't matter against God. In fact, it wasn't even David's skill that made all the difference. It was God's strength and help for David that mattered most. God is all-powerful, and with Him on our side, we can have courage with whatever we face, because God will always be victorious.